What is up, everybody? It is Mental Freedom Day 17 here, and if you guys can recall from my last video, I said that the weekends are a bit tougher. The weekends are going to be a bit tougher, just based on my current circumstances and how those change over the weekend often, from going in the dorms on campus in college to hanging out with the folks and the family and stuff like that on the weekends. Sometimes both Saturday and Sunday, most times just Sunday. But yesterday was Saturday, and I had some more free time to myself. And most of the time I was hanging out with the fam, or I went to a couple meetings, actually, being fairly productive, which was a good thing. But when I did have some free time, holy smokes, you think that you've gotten rid of every last trigger, you think that you've gotten rid of all access, you've got all the blockers, you've got all the safeguards, you've got the accountability partners, all that stuff, and you feel almost too comfortable, you know what I mean? And if you don't have your guard up, not in a way of, holy smokes, I always need to be thinking about not doing this, but if you don't have your mind in the right place, your subconscious in the right place, with your morning exercises, daily calls, stuff like that, you can lose sight of the bigger picture. And the enemy is out there. He is always out there. He is always trying to attack you, trying to steal your sobriety, steal your mental freedom, and drag you right back down, either to where you started, or take you back multiple steps and discourage you. So I was gonna say a couple of those instances yesterday. First one, I had brought some of my PlayStation games to the dorm. I don't even know why, because I haven't played them in a very long time. But with that said, sorry, I just drove by a cop there, but I think the car was parked, so I think we're good. Sorry. Life advice from somebody who is recording themselves while driving. But, wow, totally lost my train of thought there. Some of those instances, brought the games, yep, don't know why, because I honestly haven't even played them in months, and for most of them, years. But, so I brought them back, and one of them was GTA 5. I had never even played it, I'm going to be honest. My friend lent it to me, it must be like 3 years ago now, and I never even touched it once. I was playing other games, I didn't really have much of an interest, whatever. And for some reason, I just unconsciously opened the game. Don't turn it on, but I'm just literally just opening the case. And of course, the game disc is some chick in a bikini. For those of you who have played the game, you know this. And something as silly, as small as that, like, it's nuts. It's nuts. And I still, again, I don't know why I opened the disc. There was literally no reason. I just unconsciously am doing this. And then I'm looking at this for like maybe 6-7 seconds tops. And I immediately am like, holy smokes. Like, look, here it is. It's everywhere. Even when you think you've escaped it, it is always around the corner, always looking to attack you when you're least expecting it. And that's exactly what had happened. And I shut the disc and got rid of it, immediately brought it upstairs. Still debating whether I'm going to snap that bad boy in half or bring it to GameStop, because it's getting out of my life quick, and at GameStop they're going to give me like $4. So I honestly might microwave the bad boy or snap it in half. And sure, it's a waste of money. Sure, you could get a couple bucks for that, but to spend time driving out there, to spend gas money driving out there, and then to get money for something that triggered me and that was hurting me, I almost feel bad about that. You know what I mean? So, let you know what happens. But the second thing was I was looking up some exercises to add to my current weekly routine here. And of course, all of the examples in the exercises are chicks in tight-fitting, sorry, I shouldn't say chicks is kind of degrading, are women in tight-fitting clothing. And of course, even though they were exercises geared towards men, all the examples are girls. And like, it's crazy how sexualized society is. You guys know this. It's just a mess out there. It's anywhere and everywhere, especially on screens, especially on things dealing with screens. And yeah, I was this close to searching something just to see if I could pull up some racier photos, because that's where my mind went. My mind before, when I would get triggered by something like that, I'd be like, well, I might as well, it wouldn't hurt, right? It hurts. It hurts. Imagine you're running and you twist your ankle. You're running a marathon, you twist your ankle, and then you go, well, might as well just break my whole leg at this point, and then you snap your leg. You physically snap your leg in the middle of this marathon. Does that make sense? Why would you do that? And that's what our mind is telling us to do when we get triggered. It's saying, oh, like, we already sort of kind of went down this, and like, we've done it before, and might as well just break your leg at this point. Might as well just quit the race. Just lie down here a while. You're getting tired from running. You deserve a break, but to get that break, let's just solidify that break in the race and actually break your leg, because then that'll be an excuse, right? That's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what people with this habit, that's what you're doing. And sure, obviously in that situation, it makes no sense. No one in their right mind would ever do that. And in the same way, no one in their right mind, knowing the consequences, knowing how it affects relationships, knowing how it affects your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth, everything, no one in their right mind would do that. And so just keeping that black and white example in the forefront of, this is how obvious it is. This is how obvious I shouldn't do it. Does that make sense? So, those were my two examples from yesterday. Even with Covenant Eyes, even with the daily practices, even with the accountability partners, the anonymous group, even with everything I have in place, I need to be aware. I need to be mentally aware and not give myself the luxury of just scrolling through stuff when I'm in the confinements of my room with a closed door. Because if you're looking lustfully, that's almost no different as watching pornography. The biggest thing is the reason why. The reason why. If you are doing something because you want to get aroused, which usually that's what that is, dealing with this addiction, even if it's not explicit, even if they have all their clothes on, even if it seems like a harmless search that's not going to trip up any of the filters, if you are doing it for the wrong reasons, it's just about as bad as watching pornography. So, with that, guys, I hope you learned a thing or two. I hope it helped somebody. I hope it helped a few of you with perspective on where is your bar? How high are you setting the bar? Is it just don't look at any explicit videos? But then you can just edge to whatever you want, and you can look at bikini models on Instagram, and you can fantasize about... No, that's not what this is about. You're nearly no better off than the guy who watches multiple videos a day. Because both of them are basically committing adultery in your heart. On your significant other, on your wife, on your spouse, the girl you're dating, any number of things. So, I love how I start to wrap up and then I have one more thing to say. It's a big habit of mine. But we overcame by the grace of God, and we were guided through some self-control. I told my accountability partner at the end of the night what had almost happened, and I also told my team on the Brain Buddy app, which I would love to cover here soon. So, yeah, hope everyone is doing fantastic. Hope everyone's weekend or weekday, depending on when you're watching this, is going swell, and that you are staying absolutely jacked out there, mentally and physically. And I will talk to you guys real soon. Caleb signing out. Day 17. Talk to you guys later. Peace.